Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Students, I hope you all are doing well. And today we are going to start the sixth lesson in our EVS subject.
Children, our lesson number 6 is weather and climate. So let's begin. Now children, you must have watched news reporters showing the weather of different places. Now how do they know about the weather? When I say it is cold today or it is rainy day, I am talking about the weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a given place over a short period of time. Now children, our earth is surrounded by a thin layer of air called the atmosphere. The layers heat up or cool down and interact with the top layer of the earth's crust. This causes changes in the temperature of a place. That is why we sometimes feel cold and sometimes hot.
Now, children, when we talk about the weather, we refer to the temperature. What is temperature? It is a measurement of warmth or coldness of air around us. Then humidity. What is humidity? It is the amount of water present in the air. Then air pressure, wind and rainfall. So when we talk about weather, we refer to the temperature, humidity, air pressure, wind and rainfall of the place. So children, in the morning, when the sun is at horizon, the weather is pleasant. At noon, when the sun shines brightly above our head, the weather is very hot. Again, in the evening, when the sun sets, the weather becomes pleasant. So what do we come to know about this? The weather is unpredictable and it changes frequently from day to day and sometimes from hour to hour. Seasons. India has a tropical climate. India lies in between the equator 0 degree latitude and Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north. And we say that India has a tropical climate. It is a climate that is warm to hot and moist year round. In North India, the climate varies from very hot to very cold during the year, while in most parts of the South India, the climate is warm and humid. India has four main seasons: the hot, dry season from March to May, the rainy season from June to September, the returning monsoon from October to November, and the cold seasons from December to February.
Now children, let's see what climate is. Climate is the average weather condition of a region over a long period of time. The climate of a region is the regular pattern of weather conditions. In some places, it is always very cold or very warm, whereas in other areas, we find the temperature changing from season to season. The climate of a place determines the way of life of people living in that area. The clothes they wear, the houses they live in are all adapted to suit the climate. Now children, a person who studies and predicts weather is called a meteorologist, and a climatologist is the person who studies the climate. The climate of a place is determined by a number of factors. Let's see what are the causes for these variations in climate. Distance from the equator, distance from the sea, height above the sea level, winds, humidity, influence of human beings. Let's start with distance from the equator or latitude. Now latitude, it gives the location of a place on earth to the north or south of the equator. The further away from the equator a location is, the less sunlight this location receives. The sun's rays fall directly on the equator. The sun's rays hit the earth in straight lines, but as earth is spherical in shape, they spread out more at the poles than they do at the equator. And when the rays spread out, they provide less heat. The further a place is from the equator, the colder its climate. Thus, all places near the equator receive maximum heat. Now children, we know that equator receives more sunlight than any other place on the earth, as it is the closest to the sun. Now as we move away from the equator towards the poles, the temperature gradually decreases. This variation is due to the shape of the earth and at the angle at which the sun's rays fall on it. We note that the earth is spherical in shape and its axis is tilted. Hence, the rays of the sun falling either vertically or slanting on its surface. The vertical rays pass through a less volume of atmosphere and they hardly lose heat. That is why the regions near the equator which receive direct sun rays are warmer. On the other hand, the slanting rays pass through a large volume of atmosphere and lose heat in the air. Thus, the regions away from the equator which gets slanting rays of the sun are cold. Now children, depending on the amount of heat received from the sun, our whole world is divided into climatic regions or heat regions. Earth is divided into different heat zones depending on the amount of heat received from the sun. The three climatic or heat zones are as follows: the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. Let's see what is the first zone, the torrid zone. The area on both the sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is called the torrid zone. So can you see the diagram, children? The area on both the sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Yes, that area is called as torrid zone. And this region is hot throughout the year. The next zone is the temperate zone. The area between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle is called the temperate zone. So now children, can you see the area which is colored in green? It is between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the north and the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the south. It is called as the temperate zone. And this region, it is neither too hot nor too cold. The third zone is the frigid zone. The area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole is called the frigid zone. Now, can you see it is colored in peach color? Yes, it is the area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole and down Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. These two areas is called as the frigid zone. And this zone, it will receive very little heat from the sun. The ground here is permanently frozen for most of the year. The winters are very severe. Children, let's draw the heat zones. First, you will draw a circle which indicates our Earth. You will mark North Pole and South Pole. You will draw the equator. Then you will draw Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degrees north And the area between the Tropic of Cancer and equator, you will mark it as North Torrid Zone. Then you will mark the Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees south, and the area between equator and Tropic of Capricorn, you will mark it as South Torrid Zone. Next, you will draw our Arctic Circle at 66.5 degree north, and the area between 66.5 degree north, that is Arctic Circle, and Tropic of Cancer, we name it as North Temperate Zone. Then you will draw 66.5 degrees south, that is Antarctic Circle, and the area between the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle is the South Temperate Zone. Next, we have the North Frigid Zone. It is the area between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. And the South Frigid Zone lies between Antarctic Circle and South Pole. Now, since the sun's rays is directly falling on the equator, the torrid zones are always hot throughout the year. And the temperate zone, the region, it is neither too hot and nor too cold. And since very less heat from the sun is received at the frigid zone, the winters are very severe and the ground, it is permanently frozen for most of the year. Now children, let's have a recap. We learnt about weather. What is a weather? The condition of the atmosphere at a given place over a short period of time. Atmosphere, it is a mixture of gases around the earth. Temperature, degree of heat present in an object or a place. Humidity, amount of water present in the air. Climate, the average weather condition of a region over a long period of time. And what are the causes for variations in climate? Distance from the equator. And in the next class, we will learn distance from the sea, height above the sea level, winds, humidity, and influence of human beings. We learned the three heat zones. It is torrid zone, frigid zone, and temperate zone. Now children, your assignment is very easy. You have to learn and write the definition of weather and climate, and also you have to draw the diagram depicting the heat zones. So children, we will continue with our lesson in the next module. Till then, stay safe, keep smiling and keep learning. Thank you.